We are still on the big topic, compensation. It started with Koigi being awarded 50 million shillings. Have other Kenyans been compensated when government has violated their rights? Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer Weekend Edition. We are still on the big topic, compensation. It started with Koigi being awarded 50 million shillings. And we are looking at, have other Kenyans been compensated when government has violated their rights? Yes, we have a group of 6 gallant women. These are very interesting scenario. You young Gen Zs, do you know what was in the politics of this country during Moi time, when people could be detained without being taken to court? People could be arrested. Political activists could be arrested. Today we are seeing Sifuna, Babu Owino, Eugene Wamalwa, Kalonzo, Koigi. They are not in prison. They are all over the country opposing William Ruto. Could these have happened in 1980s under President Moi? I don't think. It could not happen this way. We saw Raila Odinga lead maandamano. We saw John Mbadi that time. We saw Pio Wandai that time when they were in ODM carrying sufurias on their heads. The demonstrations, the maandamano. You remember maandamano ya sufuria kwa kichwa? That freedom was not there those days. We saw William Ruto those days when he was in ODM, when they lost the elections of 2007. They were jumping on top of Milimani law courts. He's now the president of the Republic of Kenya. Could that have happened? We saw the election when Mwai Kibaki at KICC, my crew is showing you, when Mother Karua, then a minister under Kibaki.
Ikiwa ni kitu kama ungekuwa na bidii ungegundua, basi ustaafu kwa sababu wewe ndiye mwenye kazi.
The opposition, that time, she was a minister, very powerful under Kibaki. You see the arguments with the likes of Anyang' Nyong'o, the likes of William Ruto, then the Pentagon members of ODM. That was that time. This is a story that is moving all over. Many of our people, the politics of this country turned. In 1978, Jomo Kenyatta died. His vice president, Daniel Arap Moi, became the president. In 1978, he said, atafuata nyayo ya Rais Jomo Kenyatta. In 1982, a coup was done. We've done an explainer. A coup led by Air Force officers. The president was overturned for around 6-8 hours. KDF, the army wing, beat up the Air Force wing, and Moi was reinstalled. Then Parliament removed a multi-party state and abolished political parties. Kenya became a one-party state. Under Moi, it was chaotic. People were arrested. People were detained. Let us look at what happened in a matter that went to the Supreme Court. This is petition number 26 of 2019. Monica Wangu WaMwere, Priscilla Mwara Kimani, Lucy Waturi Kimani, Esther Gathoni Gishimu, Michael Maina Kamami, and Koigi Wa WaMwere. This is a matter that went before Justice Koome, then the Chief Justice. Even now, Mwilu, the DCJ, Wanjala, Smoking, Justice Njoki Ndung'u, and Justice Ouko, all of them at the Supreme Court. Petition number 26 of 2019. In page 2, they lay the basis. They say, Kenya's pre-independence and post-independence history is littered with incidences of gross violations of human rights, most of which went without redress under the previous constitutional dispensation. Of significance to the matter at hand is the period between the late 1980s and early 1990s that was characterized by agitation for political pluralism in the then one-party state. At that time, quite a number of persons were incarcerated for politically instigated offenses ranging from treason, sedition, to being members of unlawful organization. As a result, on 28 February 1992, a group of women, most of whom were related to persons incarcerated for those offenses, referred to as mothers of political prisoners, together with their supporters, congregated and camped at a section of Uhuru Park, popularly dubbed the Freedom Corner. The mothers and their supporters participated in a demonstration by going on a hunger strike to urge for the release of the then political prisoners. All the 6 appellants herein contended they were amongst the 6 demonstrators. Paragraph 3, they say, according to them, they alleged that to their other surprise, on 3rd March 1992, while still going on with their peaceful demonstrations, they were brutally attacked and assaulted by over 100 police officers and general unit officers. They were arrested, harassed, taken to various police stations, and thereafter, ferried to their rural homes with a warning not to come back to Nairobi anymore. The police have always been rogue. These are mothers who are demonstrating because their sons have been detained peacefully at Uhuru Park. They are arrested, beaten, taken back to their homes and warned never to come back. What offense did the women do? Why will Nairobi stop anybody from being in that place? That's the question that was there. Their properties were taken, they were beaten. Later, after that, they came back to All Saints Cathedral. And at All Saints Cathedral, they went to a bunker. But still, the police could not leave them. The police stormed into the bunker, beat them up in church. Did we see the goons? Now we have moved from the police. We have now started having goons. Did we see the activists who went to the church, to the All Saints Cathedral again, to discuss the budget, being beaten up? This is an old story. So these people went to the High Court. The High Court dismissed their case. What did the judge at the High Court said? The High Court said, in that regard, the learned judge found that none of the appellants gave any reasonable explanation or justification for the delay in filing the petition. This is a petition being filed in 2019. The actions happened way back in 1980s. The High Court said, no, there is a lot of delay, just go away. Aggrieved, they went before the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal also dismissed them, that there is an inordinate delay, don't come here now. Wacha vitu za 1980 ziishe. Undeterred, these women, the 6 gallant women, went to the Supreme Court. And what did the Supreme Court say? The judges of the Supreme Court said, the judgments of the Court of Appeal dated 28th June 2019 and 6th August 2019 in Civil Appeal number 188, 189 and 190 of 2017 are hereby set aside. The Supreme Court set aside the judgments of the Court of Appeal that told these women their case is late to come to court. The Supreme Court went further and said the judgments of the High Court dated 15th April 2018 in petition number 196, 197, 209 of 2013 is hereby also set aside. What did the Supreme Court say? A declaration hereby do issue that the appellant's petition in the High Court were lodged without inordinate delay due to the historical context under which the violations claimed occurred. Lastly, a declaration hereby do issue that the appellant's rights and freedoms from inhuman treatment as protected under Section 74(1) of the repealed Constitution were violated by the government of Kenya through the actions of its agents and or servants, police officers and GSU officers. Lastly, the government of Kenya shall pay damages assessed at Kenya shillings 2.5 million to each of the appellants in the consolidated appeal. This is a judgment by Chief Justice Martha Koome, Deputy Chief Justice Mwilu, Senior Counsel Justice Smokin Wanjala, Justice Njoki Ndung'u, and Justice Ouko. What are the lessons in this matter? That fundamental human rights violations have no timeline. Whether Rigi was given those today or he could wait for 30 years, he could still get his rights vindicated. This is a wake-up call to very many Kenyans who have been arrested, who have been framed up, who have been taken to court, but they have not gone to court for compensation. This authority now gives you the time that you cannot miss to get compensation. It is your right to get compensation. It started from 2.5 million. Now we have seen the High Court has raised it to 50 million shillings. This weekend, we are dealing virtually with how those people whose rights have been violated have been compensated. We started with Jacob Juma. We have now come to the mother of Koigi Wa WaMwere. We have looked at how these women were compensated. We also have seen how they are determined to get their rights accrued. Wakili Dan Sanomari, always a pleasure. Let me have my cup of tea because it is smoking. This is my compensation, but not from the government for any violations committed, but my compensation. My crew Cyrus brought me a cup of coffee because it is cold, it is chilly. We wish you a quiet Saturday as you watch the episodes today and tomorrow about compensation. Keep watching. Wakili Dan Sanomari, always a pleasure. Thank you.